Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Beacon 23, a sci-fi series starring Lena Headey, Cersei from Game of Thrones. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13 very soon. I got the cover. I'm putting it together today. Hopefully we'll have some word on it very soon. Okay, so Lena Headey, great actress. Game of Thrones, of course. A lot of people forget she was the villain in the really awesome Judge Dredd movie with Carl Urban. She's good, and this is her TV series, really. So she is sent to Beacon 23, which is basically an intergalactic lighthouse. I can almost hear this pitch. So instead of a lighthouse in a remote section of the ocean, she's going to a remote section of space to check out the deal with Beacon 23. Her ship crashed. From the producers of Orphan Black and Invasion. Not sure which Invasion movie that would be, but I do love the Orphan Black TV show. It's also one of the producers from The Walking Dead. Take that one with a grain of salt, executive producer. But there's no denying Lena Headey. Yeah, she can really move the needle in a show. She's just got a great look. She has gravitas. She's one of the few actresses, man. She has real gravitas. She comes onto the screen and you're like, what's her deal? What's she all about? Her co-star, he seems fine. It is going to be one of these series that unravels because she's sent to Beacon 23 and the lighthouse keeper is hiding something. See, this is very old school. I'm not sure why they're showing this. I guess this is down on the nearby planet. So the lighthouse keeper is hiding something, but Lena Headey was sent there purposely to investigate him, and something very valuable is there. Possibly, I'm going to guess, some sort of life form that the beacon keeper is hiding. And then, of course, what's her deal? Because there's a shot of her. Premieres November 24th. There's a shot of her, and he says something like, "Who are you?" You know. So it sounds like there's going to be a lot of intrigue. A lot of different characters come to the show. I mean, I'm liking the looks of this. You know, mainly for Lena Headey. Now, Lena Headey was in a couple of terrible movies, but she was good in them, I'll say. Still good in them. So this is more her show. So I'm thinking this is going to be pretty good. I would at least give it a chance. They've got futuristic weapons here that shoot, I guess, pulses of energy or pulses of air. And they're totally clear and they just hit things. I think these are some of the bad guys showing up to steal whatever the lighthouse keeper is keeping behind. This is her connection, I think, back on Earth, who's talking to her, and you know, there's a line: the lighthouse keeper is uncooperative and hostile. But with most actresses, you know, that seems to be a danger. When Lena Headey says that, it's almost like, I might have to kill this guy. I might have to kill this guy. He's kind of annoying me. So yeah. Now this is MGM Plus. I don't know where you see that. Where the hell do you see MGM Plus? Is that on a channel? Can't really give you a 3-act breakdown of this, but the series arc, the season arc, I'm going to guess it's probably something like he's hiding something valuable. That valuable item is either a life form or something the life form needs to survive, and he's become sympathetic towards the life form. And then the question is the life form a good life form or a bad life form? And eventually Lena Headey probably, you know, realizes, like, yeah, I don't want to kill this life form. Maybe it could destroy the universe, or Maybe it could be our ally, and the people in the company wouldn't understand. But certainly the people who are coming to get it don't understand or care. And then she and the lighthouse keeper work together, even though they're not really friends. But along the way, they become friends during the course of the first season. So, like, first couple episodes would be them, first they're cordial coworkers, and then she starts to uncover stuff that makes her not trust him anymore. And then as the series progresses, more revelations. She didn't really trust him, and then some bad guys come, and then, like, they're even worse. So, like, they have to team up to fight those guys, and, what's going on here kind of thing. And then eventually to a revelation down the road. It's really, a lot of this stuff hinges on revelations that, you can only do so much with revelations. And I should do a video. I think I will do a separate video on this. When you reveal something and you build it up too much, it's a bad thing, especially in sci-fi, right? Because if it's too big a buildup, right? If you reveal something and it turns out, well, if this creature dies, the entire planet dies. That may not be enough in a sci-fi show like this, especially if it's a planet far, far away that nobody cares about. If it's Earth, then that's a different story. Then the stakes are higher. But if you build up something too much in a series like this, you could reveal it and then people go, oh, and not really care. And that's worse than revealing it too early. I mean, revealing it too early is fine. Better you reveal it too early and move on with more revelations than to build it up and then get to the end of the series and be like, that was it. You don't want that. If you look at a series like Lost, and I always point to Lost, that's the series that I think just jerked people around. They would hint at revelations, maybe give you a piece of one, but then move on with different revelations, and then they'd shift the entire thing. And then you'd be like, well, what you heard before, well, that was completely false. Now we're going to blow your mind. And they'd go off in a different tangent. Oh, this is supernatural. No, wait, it's time travel. No, wait, it's aliens. And they'd go off in these weird ways, and they never quite revealed anything. It was more like, ha, whoa, and then, show's over, get out. With sci-fi and most shows, you want to reveal and build upon that. So if you reveal something, I don't know what this rock is, and it's important, it should stay relatively important. Now, you could reveal even more important alien artifacts that are even more powerful, which means you have to be very aware of the power level when you start. So this is mostly a problem in science fiction where you're making up alien cultures and whatnot. When you're doing it in more grounded reality, there tends to be a hierarchy there that's already kind of established. Unfortunately, most TV writers don't really think long term. They're too busy trying to get to the next show, the next season. And that does hurt the series sometimes. Because if you started a Star Trek show, for instance, where at the end of the first episode, all of Earth could be destroyed. And they sort of did this with the rebooted Star Trek universe, right? They destroy, spoilers, Vulcan. And that was a big thing to do, and it changed the history, and it was too much. It was too much, I think. Now, I understood why they did it for a movie, for shock, to try to get the audience, oh, this is important. Oh, this guy's dangerous. Yeah, it's tough to do that. When you up the ante too much, and this was always a problem in comics, when the end of the universe, the end of the multiverse, and every thing in creation known to man is in danger, it's really hard to go back to a story about purse snatchers, because it's like, that's why you got to try to keep it small. Keep the stakes relatively low, and only raise them when, you have to get the audience in. And you can take low stakes and make them more important. You know, you can make them more important emotionally and than say the universe is going to be destroyed. But with sci-fi, man, you need guys who are smart. They have to understand science big time. They have to think uh, in a visionary way, projecting into the future what the future could be and how you could apply various different technologies and how they could be interesting or subversive or whatever. When you're just trying to move the cups around and be very clever, and you don't tell people something and then reveal it like, well, see how surprised you are? See how smart we are? Yeah, like if I didn't know the clues, then I had no chance of figuring out anyway. So, yeah, sorry to go on a tangent. I think I'm going to have to make that video about Revelations. Anyhow, I don't think I made one before. I might have. Beacon 23, Lena Headey's the lead. I think you can't get a much better lead than that. I'm going to go out on a limb and give it an upvote. I'd like to see it. I have no idea where this is going to play, though. MGM Plus? Is that a channel? Is that one of the many streamers they're giving away? I think you should. I never even heard of it. But I would give it a shot, at least. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more-based takes. If you can find a more-based take, I say take it. Tomorrow, I'm going to be at the Dark Market in Greenwich, New Jersey from 9 p.m. to midnight. Now, the weather is going to be a little shaky off and on, but I think it's going to be okay later. I'm like 90% sure it'll be fine later, but it may rain in the day. But the thing doesn't start till 9. So, and then on Sunday, this is a big thing. I'm going to the second annual Halloween festival in Kearney Cottage in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. So I haven't been that north in a long time. From 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is supposedly like a blowout. So if you can get to anywhere, I would definitely get your butt up to Perth Amboy as well. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.